Now we are going to assemble the main engine exhaust valve. So first all you need to do is you have to lift the cage along with the top cover, and you have to keep the exhaust valve seat in place, and you have to align the double pin which is in the exhaust valve cage, and you have to fix the double pin exactly inside the hole of the cage. The double pin, the double pin will be in the exhaust valve seat. So what I do is usually mark the double pin hole area. So that is what I am doing. This is the double pin marking area and the double pin on the exhaust valve seat. So when I mark, what happens is I can align the cage and the seat very easily. So I turn the cage and I push towards the cage and slowly lower it. Mind your hand when you are lowering the exhaust valve cage to fix the exhaust valve seat, and do it very easily. It has to fit it properly, and the double pin should get seated in line along with the exhaust valve cage. Okay, when the exhaust valve double pin is seated properly, there won't be any ups and down between the cage and the seat. That is what we are aligning. Yeah, little here and there. So again we give it a try. Okay, so when it comes like this, that means the double pin got seated in the cage. So next thing is we have to fit the locking bolt for the exhaust valve seat. So as I always say, buff the bolts and give a layer of copper slip, and this is where you have to fix the bolt. This bolt is called the locking bolt for holding the exhaust valve seat along with the exhaust valve cage. So you have to tighten it properly. That is what we are doing. Use proper Allen key, give a hand tightening and hammer tight. And next what we need to do is we have to make sure the exhaust valve area is completely clean, and this is the area that we need to make sure it is completely clean. This has to be free of any dirt so that lubrication won't be affected. So that is what I am checking. If you find the pin is not going, that means it is choked. So you can see both the side is very clear, pin can come out, that means there is no choke on the exhaust valve area. So next you have to fix the seal for the exhaust valve cage spindle. So this is what this is a Teflon one, or usually the procedure is you have to heat it in the hot water which is around 100 degrees centigrade, and then you have to fix the o-ring and the seal ring also. So that is very important. So in the meantime we are getting ready with the exhaust valve spindle, just giving a layer of lube oil coat so that it will assist the spindle to go inside the cage easily. Okay, now coming back to the sealing area, give a coat of silicone, and the o-ring goes first and next comes the seal ring. So be very careful when you are fixing the seal ring, because sometimes the seal ring don't sit properly if it is not uh, uh, kept in hot water before in installation, and it is little bit hard, and you have to make sure it is fitted properly, it is inside the groove properly, and you have to give a little push. And even if you have a round Teflon rod, that is very fine, you can just roll it over it so that it sits inside the groove properly. Mind your hand, fingers when you are fixing the seal, because sometimes if the seal is very hard, it may injure your finger. Because yeah, now it is in place properly. Okay, so make sure it is inside the groove. That is what we are doing. So this is fine, no issues. So very nice, we are done with this. Give a oil coat, lube oil coat, so that what happens is both the spindle and the spindle seating area will be lubricated, so that when you are installing the uh, spindle, it don't have any problem to go in place. So that is the reason we are giving a coat of lube oil. Okay, fine. Again, now what we are going to do is we are lifting the cage. Always lift the cage along with the top cover, so it will be easy for you. Now you have to slowly lower the exhaust valve cage. Make sure it is in line along with the spindle area. So always take help of 2 or 3 crews, so that when you are lowering, one can operate the crane, 2 guys can hold the exhaust valve. And another main thing is, do not do this kind of job during heavy weather. Even a little more rolling will affect the job, so maybe it leads to accident. That is the main reason why I am telling not to do during any kind of rough weather season. Okay, so now it is going inside smoothly. Here I didn't measure the exhaust valve seat value and the spindle value, because we are installing both new one. So that is the reason I'm not taking any measurement. Both are new, so they are in place. Exhaust valve spindle is in place. Now next thing, again remove the top cover. Okay, fine, top cover is in place. And next comes the piston. So again we have to overhaul the piston. Simple, you have to make sure there is no pitting, no damage over the piston body, and make sure the seal ring and o-ring is completely changed. We have seal ring outside the piston, and inside also there is one o-ring. So one thing which we need to keep it in mind very specifically is, whenever you do the overall, make sure you are changing all the o-rings, and accordingly you cross check whether it is changed or not. Because sometimes what happens is, the inside piston o-ring and all sometimes get missed out. Due to some reason, people missed out and just fix it, and later on it ends up to leakage, so which we don't want. So that is the reason I am saying, it is not like people intentionally do. This is just missing out. So we remove the seal ring, and total we have 3 seal rings in this piston. One, now we are removing the o-ring. The next comes another o-ring along with the seal ring. So we change all 3. So just we need to clean the grooves properly. Make sure there is no carbon deposits between the grooves. So when you are removing this o-ring, always make sure it is properly handled. Because sometimes what happens is, when you are removing it, the sharp edge, like whichever screwdriver or whichever sharp edge which you use, may end up into accident. Like it may accidentally hit your fingers, so it may give you some problem. So again, the next o-ring, do not forget this is also a very important o-ring that you need to fix it. So as I said earlier, to keep easy track of fixing of o-rings, make sure you keep writing in a paper, so that how many o-rings you are changing, you can just tick it, so that you don't miss any o-ring without fixing. So now these two o-rings are in place, and next we are going to fit the air cylinder housing. Before fitting it, you have to clean the surrounding properly, and again here also you have a double pin for fixing the what do you call the housing. So before that you have to fix the circlip for this exhaust valve guide. Actually in normal exhaust valve there will be a circlip, like it is two clips that you can just fix it, but here we got a circlip, and normally we'll be having the conical housing, like, but here they had given this circlip which is a little bit very hard to fix it, so be very careful. Now we are lifting the air cylinder housing. So again, when you are doing this, use proper lifting equipments, and mainly here also the same way you have to match the what do you call double pin which is in the exhaust valve cage, and the double pin hole will be in the cage. So these two thing in the oil cylinder, air cylinder, sorry. So these two we have to keep it in mind properly, and then you have to work out. So now we are cleaning the area, cleaning it properly. Yes, we are cleaning. Yeah, again the same way. Next, for fixing the uh, ring, you have to use the proper hot water more than 100 degree, and then only, because it's a Teflon, you have to put it in water, and so it will be easy to fix it. It become little flexible, and it will be okay. So first o-ring, again here also as I said earlier, it got three total rings. The o-ring first, and next will be the silicon, like sorry, not silicon, apply silicon for the seal ring, and just it will help to fix in place. And again when you are using this, make sure your hands are little safe, because sometimes if it slips it may cut your finger. And okay, we are pressing it in place. Okay, we are done. Little push, little push, little push. Okay, it is in place now. Done. Next comes another seal ring, which is in the top. The top will also be same from the hot water. Again the same way you have to fix it. Yeah, it will go little easier than the other one. Yeah, that's all. So 1 2 3, we are done with this three, and I think there is one more o-ring inside, that also we have to fix. This is the another cylinder, again the same way, but it's a little backup ring type, so it don't need much. So we have one flange and one air piston inside the air cylinder housing. Again you have to clean it very properly, no matter how long time it takes, you clean it, make sure there is no carbon deposits in way of where the seal ring sits. So that one you have to be very specific. So that is what we are doing. Clean it properly, nicely. Clean it, use with a good cloth, and then you can fix the next part. clean it properly. So fix the two Teflon backup ring and one O-ring. As I say always, do not miss any of the spare parts, because even a small O-ring, if you don't change, it may give to a bigger problem. So this is a simple backup ring type. So it usually which we do in the fuel pumps. So in fuel pumps you'll be having this kind of arrangement, one O-ring, and both the side will be assist by the backup ring. So that's all, we are done with this. So both are ready. So next what we need to do is we have to third main ring which I said earlier, sometime we may forget this O-ring, so we should not just leave it. That is the reason I told, do not miss any O-rings, and if you want to do it, just keep it in a paper. Even the spare part list O-ring also, you can just tick tick tick, whichever you change, you can just mark a tick, so that you will have a idea of how many O-rings you changed and all. So next the O-ring, next the air cylinder housing. What I show is the housing hole and one double pin in the exhaust valve cage. So slowly down it, lower it, and the double pin should go inside the air cylinder. All these parts, when you are your lower, do not keep your fingers in between any two parts. So because sometime when the end of the moment, if it is not aligning, you should not put your hands inside. Sometime if the any failure happens, it may end up into injury. So you have to turn the air cylinder to match the double pin, so that the cylinder sits in place. And that is what we are doing now. Slowly lowering, turning right and left, so that the match will happen properly. Little struggle, but still okay, we can make it out. Yeah, we are lowering. When it completely sits, it will be having a face-to-face clearance, so it is fine now. Perfect. Next, before fitting the air cylinder, you have to fill the housing with lube oil. That you have to fill till the flange completes. Flange complete in the sense, you can see the nut, you can see the bolts. So till that area you have to fill the air, that is to avoid any air lock. Okay, so that oil will be there all the time. So after fixing this, what I do is I give you a coat over the liner, so that when you are fixing the flange and the air piston, it will go easily, it will assist. So do not forget this is a little bit important one, and it was mentioned in our manual also, to fill lube oil, and then only you have to fix this air cylinder, piston, and the flange. So we are fixing this, and next you comes the flange. We're just checking whether it is fitting it or not. It is fitting properly. So okay, yeah, a little looser one. So okay, little tap, because why it is little bit going here and there, because the Teflon ring which is fitted, sometime it gets very rigid and it don't go. So next comes the flange, again it goes inside the housing. I give a coat of silicone grease over the liner. Okay, I'm putting it back. Okay, down, 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 down. Okay, it is in place now. Okay, again give a tap with the help of Teflon rod. Tap it both the side equally so that you don't give any abnormal shock. So both the side will be parallelly going. Now it went inside, and next thing is you have to remove the what do you call eye bolt. Remove the eye bolt, and then you keep the actuator piston and make sure the threads are completely clean. Just make sure it is going easy, just to make sure the threads are fine. Okay, it is done. Next you fix the actuator piston. Yeah, this is the actuator piston. Just put it inside. And next what we need to do is you have to tighten with the help of hydraulic nut. You keep on tightening it so that the actuator piston goes down. And sometimes we have a confusion how long the actuator piston should go down. So to avoid this confusion, whenever you are opening the piston, you make sure you take a clearance, so that the next time, clearance in the sense height between the nut and the thread, so that you don't find trouble in fixing it back. So when you tight, it keep on goes down, and see, it is going down. It will push the actuator piston down. So when we reach the specified height, you can tighten along with the help of hydraulic jack. This is the special tool which we use to tighten the hydraulic nut for this exhaust valve spindle. So again, whenever you use it, make sure you are cleaning the threads properly so that you don't stuck in between. Usually what I do is I spray WD-40 over it, and I completely spray WD-40 and blow air so that there won't be any obstacles in the thread lines. That is what I follow. The idea is that you have to make sure the threads are clear. That's all, no other idea. So okay, now you can see the height between of the height of the thread earlier, which we put, is little bit lower, and now it is perfect. So this is correct. Like what I said is earlier, before dismantling only you take the measurement, and after that during the assembly time you don't get confusion. So this is not mentioned in the manual, but this is for your information. So we tighten it again. Normal exhaust valve tightening procedure you follow. Tighten it properly. Put your exhaust high pressure hose, like hydraulic hose, and make sure the hoses are not damaged and all the couplings are fine. There is no loose connection in the couplings, and there is no any improper tools used for this hydraulic jack. So what I do is we have to tighten this nut for I think 1500 bar. So I do tightening in two way, like initially I raise to 750 and I tighten it, and next again I do the final tightening. That is what I do in two phase, so it will be easy for me also. So that is what we are doing. Make sure you are using proper hydraulic tools for tightening this hydraulic nut, because these this handles a very high pressure. Almost it needs around 1500 bar. Yeah, 1500 bar. So 1500 bar is quite high. So for that you have to make sure your hoses and the coupling are in good condition and the machine is also in good condition. So that is what we are doing now. We are tightening the hydraulic nut, and our fourth engineer is tightening. So after tightening this hydraulic nut, then you can release the pressure, and next you can go for installation of your top cover. Top cover means it is your oil cylinder. Okay, so it was done, pressure was released. You have to always remove the hose only after the pressure is completely released. I had earlier explained how to tighten and loosen the hydraulic nut in my earlier videos. That is the reason I didn't say in detail about how to do the tightening and opening of hydraulic nut in this video. So if you want to know much more, you can see in that particular video. I can give the link of that tightening video in the description. You can use it. And after tightening, remove the tool, remove the hoses and everything, keep it, secure it in place. This overhauling of main engine exhaust valve is simple, but you have to follow the procedure properly. Main thing in using this means overhauling of your cylinder exhaust valve is you have to take the clearance of exhaust valve seat, take the clearance of your spindle and spindle seat area, and the very important part is you have to clean or change all the o-rings. All the oil grooves should be free of any kind of carbon deposit, and then you have to overhaul the oil seal unit all the time. That oil seal unit I will give in separate video, so that it will give you more clear picture about overhauling of oil seal area. That is the reason I am not focusing on oil seal overhauling in this video. So again, this is the final step. Once you are done with everything, next you have to fix the oil cylinder. This is the o-ring that we need to change before installation. Two o-rings, one is here, another one is the smaller one, very small one. Both the o-ring you have to change, do not forget. So this is the bigger one and smaller one, two o-rings. So two o-rings you have to change it. So usually what I do is I always change this o-ring at during the time of fit up, because all the time this cylinder will be lying down, so I don't want to do it in the earlier. So before fixing in place only I will do this. So next, one o-ring, another o-ring is the smaller one. So smaller o-ring is also in place. So now we can fix it. This is the smaller o-ring. So both the o-rings are in place. So basically two o-rings for the oil cylinder. So slowly you can lower it, put it in place. This is very simple only, no need to align the o-ring the thing should align the place. That's all, nothing much. Slowly you have to lower it. Yeah, very easily lower it and tighten all 4 bolts together. That's all. So I believe after watching this video, you all must be having some idea about how to assemble the exhaust valve for the MEC engines. This exhaust valve a little more little different than other exhaust valve. Other exhaust valve don't have a separate what do you call snap ring. That is one bigger difference which I saw in this exhaust valve, because fitting the snap ring for the exhaust valve's spindle is little challenging for me. So that's all, nothing much. Tighten all 4 nuts properly, put some copper slip as I always say, and we are done with overhauling of exhaust valve for main engine. So if you have any doubt, you can always put it in comment box. I will definitely reply you. And as I always say, read the manual before doing any maintenance work. Sometimes there may be new circular given from the maker for doing any maintenance. So this video, take it as a reference, and thank you all. Keep supporting. Take care.